Definition of an intelligent building is the use of technology and process to create a building that is safer and more productive for its occupants and more operationally efficient for its owners. With regards to research, we started off by deciding to look into housing as a general area. We split up and each did research into 5 key areas: military housing, university halls, extreme weather housing, holiday homes, and finally retirement housing. After research into each area, we decided upon retirement housing. We chose this area of housing because we felt we can improve on pre-existing designs, which all tend to be very similar and don't always cater to the needs and wants of the elderly clients. With this in mind, our brief is to design a building which aims to provide care for the elderly whilst also being able to give them a sense of freedom and community. The way we plan to do this is by making life for the users comfortable, safe and enjoyable. To gauge an idea of what elderly people would like to see in day-to-day living, we did some primary research by talking to our own grandparents. Key points coming out of the talks with our grandparents were much the same. Obviously, safety and ease of use were highlighted early on in each conversation, as well as the caring facilities. Other things brought up was the sense of isolation that they sometimes feel.
Using these findings, we made a specification.
The design process began by discussing ideas around a table and creating very rough sketches. From these rough sketches, basic ideas and shapes began to take place until we had a rough idea of what we were doing. Using CAD systems, the designs were played with and changed until we had a final concept.
The concept is a 3-tier high block of flats we built into a hill face.
The kitchen dining room area is open plan so that there is more space in the flat, making it feel larger. Every room is accessible from another, so if the client is locked in and blocking a door from opening, they will be able to access them.
This shape maximizes the sunlight reaching each flat, and none of the blocks obstruct the light or ruin the view from the patios.
Architecturally, the building has kept in mind traditional buildings so the elderly will feel more comfortable in their flats. Features include arches above the doors, classic doors and windows, as well as traditional roofing and materials, for example wooden decking.
Due to the layout of these blocks, there is only one window on the right side of the building. This is so that it does not invade the privacy of the client next door, as well as the clients themselves.
Inside, the rooms are undecorated and only have basic furniture so that it can be designed and tailored to the wants of the elderly client, also allowing them to bring their furniture and belongings to make it more homely. The village will be laid out in this semicircular amphitheater shape with a green space in the center. This is so the flats receive more sunlight throughout the day, as well as keeping a closer sense of community. The green space in the middle can be used as an assembly point, but also as a helicopter landing area were there to ever be an emergency.
The building design allows for a space underneath the flats that can be used for necessary facilities such as postal rooms, kitchens and laundry.
The whole site is fenced off for reasons of security, as elderly residents won't want unwelcome guests. It also means it is safe for the residents themselves, as it means they can walk around the green spaces of the complex and enjoy hobbies like gardening. The only way to the site is through the main gate, which is staffed 24/7 and will only let through approved people.
All windows and doors are theft resistant and lockable. The only keys will belong to the client, apart from a master key belonging to the block RN and security.
From our research, we found out there are an average of 8 patients per registered nurse during the day and 11 per registered nurse during the nights. So when designing the building, we had to factor in space for nurses.
The fire alarms are not connected via cables. Instead, when one is set off, radio waves are released, sounding the other alarms and informing security, as well as telling them which flat it has gone off in. This concept has already been tested and applied in the UK and meets the British standards for fire alarm systems.
There are 2 kinds of wireless power which can be applied to a variety of different things. First of all, direct wireless power is for devices with no rechargeable batteries, like flat screen TVs or printers. Secondly, automatic wireless charging is for the devices with rechargeable batteries and that can charge while still in use, like phones or laptops and so on.
The location will be south of Peveril, which is in the heart of the countryside, whilst being close enough to train lines and communications.